Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers.
I'm Jeffrey Lennon.
And this is Volume Up by the Tease. As the seasons change, I was dying for a little glow up without frying my hair. My Bellamy stylist knew exactly what to do. With Bellamy extensions, I got the color and the fullness I wanted. Zero damage, just hair that feels healthy, natural, and honestly, it's a dream. And she's not just my stylist, she's my hair therapist, giving me the best care tips for both my natural hair and my Bellamy hair. Now, every time I catch my reflection, I feel confident knowing my hair looks vibrant and healthy. That's why I love Bellamy certified stylists. They are true experts at shade matching, blending, and making your hair feel like the best version of you. And if you're a stylist who wants to master that kind of magic, use my code TEASE at bellamyprofessional.com for 25% off certification courses through 12/31/25. Your clients will love you for it. So, Jeff, we're in the holidays.
Days, D-A-Z-E. It's
Yes.
Yeah, it's go time.
Let's go.
We've just finished with Halloween, which is sad because Halloween is it's
like
so
my
good.
fave.
It's so good.
So good.
The candy, the vibe, like it's a little bit unmatched, which is why I want to say what I want to say. And you can, if you want to talk more about Halloween.
Yes.
I feel like Halloween is great. Winter holidays, pick your poison, whatever your preference, also great. Thanksgiving is such a bummer.
Why?
Because it's like you're gonna see all of these same people just a mere weeks away. So like, what do you? And then like because it used to be, I don't know, and it's just because I'm getting older. When I was younger, it was like it felt like they were very different.
Like worlds apart.
But now that we've sort of commercialized this whole thing, like, and Halloween's over, so now naturally Christmas season, like it's every.
Yeah.
So it's like then Thanksgiving doesn't really have its time to shine as like a fall thing anymore, and then you're just like waiting to get. So Thanksgiving does nothing for me, literally.
Wow.
Except that I like pumpkin pie, and so I do appreciate.
Do you? You?
I really do.
Pie is a big topic, big topic at our house.
Is pumpkin pie not in your list?
It's in the rotation. I don't like pie. Everyone else likes pie.
Same. I don't like generally, but like pumpkin pie.
But do you put Cool Whip on it?
Oh yeah. Like any sort of disgusting artificial
Cool Whip.
Yeah, Cool Whip is great. Like
Cool Whip is amazing.
It's like that
if
crack.
You're not eating Cool Whip, who are you?
Yeah, no, it's great.
No, yeah, and then really the tubs are like you got to get in there, and I feel like I might break a nail.
Absolutely, and if you're
why
not,
are they so secure? Why?
Well, because of whatever is inside its contents.
Is in there?
Yeah, that's not air safe.
They should have a child-proof like Cool Whip.
Yeah. But it's like nothing. That's one of those.
It's like air. It's like sugary air, and the consistency is totally on point. Like I also really like the can one. You never spray that in your mouth?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Who doesn't? I feel like every time it's an invitation to do it.
It is. It's just waiting in the door, waiting in the kitchen door.
No, but I don't. Do you normally have like a can of whipped cream in the house? Yeah, that's what so I say to say like that is a holiday marker of like, oh, and we get this because we're gonna use it for. But recently I was watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh Lord.
And one of the housewives took out a can of and she just sprayed it into her coffee. Like she did her own.
Oh, I've seen that before.
But on a normal day, like that's almost psychotic. Like that's like if you're treating yourself. No, but if you like you go.
Shouldn't it be on like hot chocolate? Why was it on coffee?
It was disturbing.
Those are some special kind of people out there. I feel
we're being told by our senior digital producer that someone in her family will protect their anonymity. Did use canned whipped cream on their coffee. Doesn't anymore. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
every day, she says. Every day.
I mean, he's keeping the ready whipping biz. Like, do you think that they manufacture more of it during the holidays?
Tub. Oh, the tub kind. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Still, I don't know that
No,
this is any
that's
better. I know.
that's
Stop, stop. What am I
worse.
saying?
That's
No,
like a
it's worse.
big
It's yeah.
lump. First of all, you got to pry the
Oof.
Cool Whip container open. You can just hear that sound, can't
Mm-hmm.
you? Just like,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
you've got to dip in, and then you put it in your cup. Oof, that's a extra creamy.
Cool Whip always goes in the freezer, right?
What?
Does it go in the fridge?
It goes in the fridge.
I'm trying to think of where I store my Cool Whip.
Freezer.
Do you put it? Is it refrigerator safe? Is it?
Don't you buy? Wait,
But I feel like you buy it from the freezer section,
you
right?
do?
I
I
don't
don't
know. Now,
know.
no, no. Now I'm like, it's one of
Oh
those
my
things
god.
where who's to say? Somebody will correct us. Okay, we're being told you
This
can
is
put it in the freezer.
you
Um,
can, but where do
but when you
you
purchase
secure
it, that's
it?
what I
Where
mean. That's
is
what I
it
mean.
at?
When I go next to Whole
But
Foods
you
is not gonna
better
have Cool Whip. Let's be clear.
Whole Foods is not. They might have cream that you whip into
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh God. All right.
This is too
I will
good.
take note
Oh
of
god, too
where it
good.
comes from and report back. But goddamn do I love it. But no, Thanksgiving is garbage. I really cannot stand it. Not for me.
Huh?
Not at
Wow.
all. Nope.
So you're not into the turkey, like in the whole. Oh well,
Well,
you
no,
don't
I'm
eat
a
meat.
vegetarian too. So but it's not about that. It's really just like we're gonna see everybody. And I don't
I
know,
hope your
like
in-laws don't listen to
yeah, I
this.
know. But but it's like if you're in the spirit, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
holiday spirit, but then just be in the holiday spirit. It's not Thanksgiving spirit. Like I don't know. I
Well,
just
don't you love the Macy's Day Parade and
yes,
the antics?
but it's like a preview for
Christmas, the
Christmas.
holidays, the
Yes.
holidays.
But
Yes.
you right, it's not so it's like is it Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's like pre-game. It's
Yeah. So we're
pre-game.
being pre-Christmas. Yeah. So then I don't know, like
Here's a quick question
yeah.
that I look forward to, and I should know the answer. You're gonna die. Is the National Dog Show.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, who doesn't absolutely adore that?
Of course.
I'm glued to the TV.
Yes. Riveted.
It's just
That
like,
yeah, no,
what?
invested.
How is that
Absolutely.
poodle, that naughty poodle, gonna win again?
They never make any sense, especially the best in show category. I'm just like, whatever the categories, sure, whatever the criteria.
And
Yeah.
the biggest kick I get is like the the trainers
Oh yeah, trotting along
jogging,
with them.
jogging alongside.
Yeah, it's
And
a
like, why do they have to wear tights and skirts? Like, what is this,
but
the
do you want them in their
1950s? Like,
regular
yeah, I
clothes?
want them in jogging suits.
You do.
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
okay.
I
Okay.
want them in jogging suits with like on clouds on.
I would like to see that. That could be fun.
I mean, just like
Like a little tracky.
Juicy
Yeah,
Couture, like I
exactly.
just pull mine out from the
Hmm
2000s
hmm
and
hmm
shake off the rhinestones on the
And
butt,
you
and I
could get
just,
the dog's name, the very
yes,
long dog name on the.
bedazzled.
Yeah, no, that I would like to see. But if in the absence of that, I don't mind the weird uniforms because it's like, sure, tradition. It's what we do.
It's just like,
Running around in pantyhose.
first of all, who wears those?
Those poor
That
trainers.
word should be
No, I
that
know.
word
Even
should
saying it out
be
loud,
outlawed. It
it feels
feels
antiquated.
gross.
But no, I love that. Absolutely. Sign me up.
We should have like
Westminster.
a bracket or something. Like, you know,
Because
like
there, well, have you seen that? Okay. There is a Afghan hound that is like a fashion hair influencer. And
can we
honestly,
have the owner on, please?
I would actually
Please.
I would delight in that. We'll work on it. Because I think the dog is a girl. Her hair is on
You
point.
think the dog is a
I
girl?
think, I mean, it's sort of, we're telegramming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
We've got like
whatever,
ponytails
whatever.
and but they them. Fine with me. I'd like their owner to come on. Let's do it. I don't even know the
Please,
dog's name, but it doesn't matter.
please.
It's inconsequential.
I mean, it's just, we talked about Spark and his ponytail,
Hmm
so like this is the
hmm
same vibe, and
Absolutely.
I'm not against that influence of a dog in the hair. Okay, what I was gonna say about Halloween
Yes,
is,
please.
why can't it be a holiday that just lands on a Friday every year? Like, it's not the 4th of July. It's not what other holiday has to be on the day? Christmas Eve, Christmas.
Yeah, those. But otherwise, you're right. It's like Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday in the what? Like
Right.
it's just what it
Like,
is. MLK Day is on the day. Like there's a set
yes.
day. President's Day. It's
I
the
mean, May Day
day.
is
Well,
day
yes,
one.
yes, yes.
One day, May 1st. Day one.
Yeah.
It's day one. Yeah.
But it's you're right. I
But
mean, it's like
why? Why are we? Why are it's for young children? We're out running the streets on a
yeah,
Tuesday.
it's
Just
not
on a
it's
Tuesday.
yeah. Yeah. And there's
No,
such variance in terms of like what is permissible. So like we don't have official trick or treat hours.
you
So
don't. Oh, we
no,
do.
no.
Yeah,
I think we should because we've had I think we talked about this, but
we
people
did.
come to my house much too late. When there's nary a soul and the lights are off
And they still have the
it's little
audacity
kids
to knock.
and it they do and you're like, what are you doing? What is
Like, where
happening?
where are your parentals? Like,
But yeah, I think a Friday evening is like inviting chaos. So,
oh,
I mean, it was yeah, this Halloween in particular.
okay. So we talked about your hate of Thanksgiving.
Hmm
We covered Easter. We're rolling into all of the holidays,
hmm
and our salon pros are busy,
Oh
right?
my God.
This is it. It's like
Uh,
crunch. It's go time.
Yeah, as I look down the calendar of my own events, I'm like,
I
how
know.
am I gonna squeeze this in? And I can only, and that is not taking into account what they're able to accommodate at all.
But
So
why let's step this back. Why are they actually why is our industry busier over the holidays? It's not like people are getting like updos and like are they preparing to
I
see the
think
people?
so. I think that
You
that's what it is.
do?
Because mentally, I'm like, I can't have a totally jacked, my hair can't be too crazy.
Okay.
I think that that's what it comes down to. Like
Okay.
you want to look and feel your
But
best during
why don't you other times of the year want that?
that's
I mean
yeah. I mean,
because
it's because
I
of the compliments, right? Like, I mean, again,
yeah.
because Halloween, Thanksgiving, I mean, Halloween, who's really, but Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas,
Yeah.
Kwanzaa, all of the biggies.
The biggies.
It's a lot, and then like holiday parties, and
That's true.
I feel
Company
like,
parties, all the stuff. All
but you're
right.
right. I mean, there are other events. I don't know. The thing is, do you stop giving a shit? So okay,
No,
no,
I
no,
don't stop
that's
giving
what
a
I'm
shit after the holidays.
that's what
Like,
I'm. So when
oh,
you because historically, it is like boom time,
yeah.
crazy, October, November, December, and then it dies.
Hmm.
But doesn't I mean, you would think like consumer behavior, you want to invest in yourself and be the new
All
you, new
year.
whatever. So then you would think January, February would be like a boop boop. I don't
I
know.
don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But it happens every
Anyway,
year.
it does. But it's like, let's support our pros all year with this boom of business, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
We don't need to just look good one month of the year.
No.
That's never dawned on me, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway.
It is strange the more that you sort of parse it out.
Yeah.
But then you think about like, oh, well, they've spent a ton of money, and so then they can't
Yeah,
necessarily
that's true.
afford that. But it's like, but you can find it's
It's
a tricky
tricky.
thing.
Real tricky.
But interesting that it does find that sort of calendar
Yeah.
follows the same thing every year.
Mm-hmm. Anywho's, we did it. All right. You ready to get into our celeb photos of the week?
Absolutely.
All right. Please follow along with these looks with us by either checking out our show notes or on our Instagram where they will be posted. The first one up, Jeff, go for it. Let's click.
Barbara Palvin Sprouse. Uh, so I will. Okay, she's at Vogue World, which
Yeah.
we made light of this on our social media because
Yeah.
what the hell is a Vogue World?
No clue.
No
But we're talking
one,
about it,
no
aren't we?
one knows, and yet it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this time Hollywood, and so the theme was very much Hollywood. The references to iconic films and TV, etc.
Yeah.
So Barbara Palvin wearing a sort of like period-ish piece,
Yeah.
like a corseted gown and hair that's sort of like Raphaelite inspired. I don't know,
It
like
is.
turn of the century.
Yeah.
Lots of like loose curls.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, like sort of daintily pulled back
Yeah.
and down. I deign to say something negative
Oh.
because she's recently come out as an advocate for, and her husband as well, endometriosis, which we've talked about on the pod. And so like I'm happy that she is out there talking about situation, which this health concern that
Yeah.
so
Yep.
many
Right.
women deal with. I don't love this hair. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it's appropriate for the
the look,
period sort of
yeah,
look
yeah,
that she has on.
yeah,
So, but I
and
think
certainly
it's a kind of,
skill. There's
oh
skill
yeah,
involved. Like
definite skill.
lots of work is happening to make that look. I don't know.
But I do think it's a one and done. Like we're
Yeah,
done with that. So,
I think
meh.
it's kind of boring. It's like
Oh,
a 5 or 6.
all right.
Because her hair is also this like mousy brown that, and again, I
Yeah,
say this, I'm not saying with
yeah,
the
I know.
not tip towards her. It's just this color is kind of like meh. And we know that it's trending. This like brondy, mousy brown blonde. But I don't think it does anybody any favors necessarily. And
Yeah,
then when we've
same.
got it curled like this and there's not a ton of like luminosity or it's kind of it falls flat for me. But again,
All right.
appreciate very much what she's up to. So
Yeah.
take everything that I just said with a grain of salt. It's like a 6 for me.
Oh wow, you bumped that up. I'm going like a
Yeah.
5. Like I don't know. I just
I'm
you
feeling
talked me
charitable.
out of
Don't come for me.
you
Don't
talked
come
me
for
out of
me.
it.
I
All
will
right.
not be charitable to the next person.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, Sydney Sweeney, good. So
Mm-hmm.
you and I have said this, like, Robert Irwin Jr. or is he,
Oh,
or just Robert Irwin?
I don't
No,
know.
because it was Steve. No, he's not a junior. His PR team works hard. Her PR
No
team
one
works
works
harder.
harder. Yeah, okay.
She
You're right.
is
Okay. Yeah,
everywhere. We
she
do not
is.
need to be kind to her.
She's
I
everywhere.
So she's blonde, she's brunette, it's short, it's long, it's boring. I'm
Yep.
done. Like, okay, thanks. It's like a 3 for me. I know her
Whoa.
team. I don't care. This is like giving mom at the movies.
I don't totally agree.
Okay.
I mean, she's not giving me mom at the movies.
The hair. It's
Oh,
very
okay.
much like,
Okay. Yeah,
ooh,
it's just
just
a
like the
little,
little curl in the front and it's a
yeah,
bouncy
that's
bob. Like
fair.
there's nothing special
It's a
here.
bob. It's got a like one curl, like they just
Yeah.
did one or two curls in the front. And you're right,
Yeah.
it's pretty boring, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. So I don't mean she. I
Yeah,
think,
she's
yeah, but
not.
this
But
hairstyle in particular is like Brentwood mom. Going to pick up the kids. Gonna go to Erewhon. Like that's what she's giving me. It's
okay,
nothing.
so
Giving me nothing.
you've
It's
got
like a
nada.
two.
Okay.
Two.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because I think
Okay.
she could have done something a little more exciting for the red carpet. It almost looks like the back they forgot to curl it, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying
So
like, and we know who was involved, and we're not naming names.
we're not. Okay. Next
Uh,
up.
Last but certainly not least,
Uh-huh.
Tiana Taylor, also at Vogue World, involved in a sort of homage to Black Panther,
Hmm.
among other things. So we've got a knotted look, very geometric. Obviously, the amount of time,
Oh
the
my.
work that went into it, like
Oh yeah.
far above and beyond, other styles. So I love this. She's been killing it. I think we talked about Tiana maybe 2 pods
Yeah, I think
ago.
so we
Yeah,
did.
like yeah. So all about it. This is like a 9 for me. I
Wow.
love it.
Yeah. The artistry is absolutely out of this world. And
Mhm.
I think it's beautiful. I'm gonna give it an 8. I love it.
Perfect.
It's
Perfect.
great.
See,
All
like we're
right.
not all haters.
No, we're
Yeah.
fine.
All right, let's talk about this week's top beauty stories that you need to know
Okay.
about. This first thing, again, Vogue World. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
Don't know
we're
what that
here.
is. Gwyneth Paltrow, she
Yeah.
was there because, again, Hollywood makes sense. She is who she is embracing her grays. So she's doing what we saw Sarah Jessica Parker do with, the return of and just like that, Sex and the City's
Hmm.
spinoff. This like gray blonde blend
Hmm.
where they're both unapologetic about it. What's your POV here? What are you thinking?
I personally don't think I'll ever get to that point in my life.
Yeah,
I just don't understand it. I think it could be blended better. I get it's a statement, right? The like,
for
I'm
sure.
doing it,
Yep.
but is she really gonna go all gray? There's no way.
So,
There's
I
no
mean,
way.
this reminds me, Gwyneth. Again, I don't find her to be terribly interesting. I think,
Same. Boring
yeah,
snore. I'm like,
she's doing her like mom. This is like very Blythe Danner
you're right.
coded, where
Yes,
it's like
you're right.
old money. We
Yeah.
don't have to keep up the blonde in the way that
Eh,
she sort of came to fame doing. Like she was one of
that
those
was it.
Bergdorf
Right.
blonde, like in
Right.
always, nary a root showing
Mm-hmm.
of the sort of like Carolyn Bessette Kennedy school, and now
Oh,
we're,
it's done.
you know,
Yeah, it's just
I
like
don't.
she's too cool for it now. She like doesn't need it,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
that's
she's too,
it's
but she
snotty.
does, she does
She
all of
needs
the
it.
other stuff. So it's like we're lying. We're, doing a tremendous amount of upkeep on
Right.
our body and our health and our whatever, and then we just, so yeah,
Let your hair
she's
go. Like,
right. She's
why? I
she's
don't
telling us
subscribe to
something. I
that.
don't, yeah,
Mm-mm.
same. I don't subscribe to it either. That said, and I'm the biggest piece of shit hypocrite, I love it on Sarah Jessica Parker.
Same. She can do no wrong.
I think it's so good. I'm like, yeah,
Absolutely. Because
yes.
she's not snotty about it. She's just like
That's
real. And I think it's
okay.
when its whole vibe is just like she's so perfect.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
You got it.
Hmm.
Okay, that you've nailed it. That is, I think,
It's stunning
exactly
on
the
her.
analysis. Yeah, no. Sarah Jessica Parker, great. Gwynnie,
Meep.
no. And what does this mean for our pros? If she's
Exactly.
yeah.
Anyway, okay, more celebs over at Cosmopolitan. Quote, celebrities are bringing back the side part. And
Mm.
I would just like to say, where did it go?
Well,
I know.
I'm gonna blame the family that
Ugh,
those damn card they love that center part. They made us
they do.
all trot that fucker out. How many people had that unflattered, like, not every
It's
face is
not, I can't,
symmetrical.
I can't do it. I
It,
just
mhm.
can't do it.
It's not a terribly forgiving thing. Whereas a center part, generally speaking, is more flattering to many a face shape. So
Wait, you're saying you like the center part?
no, no, no. I'm saying, sorry, did I say center? I think that the center part is not nearly as forgiving as the side part. The
Yes,
side
that's
part
what side.
covers a
Yes.
host of,
It's
yeah.
sexier. It's like
Mhm. There's
swept.
mystery,
There's
agreed.
mystery. What could possibly be under that bang?
Yeah. Which is why those Kardashian Jenners, when they want
They
to
just slick it.
change it
Yeah,
up,
you're
they
right.
do a
Yep.
side part and a little toss bang or whatever. Yeah,
So
I'm I don't like this kind of reporting. Literally just go back through any sort of like photo archive and it's not gone anywhere. But here we
it's
are being like,
no.
it's back.
Yeah, no.
It's
It's never
here.
left my body. I wake up with the side part. No.
Most people do. And because the other thing is you've seen like the way that people have trained their hair to do the center
Yeah.
part, and then like that part gets wider and
Yep.
wider
Oh
and
my
wider,
God.
and
That's
like,
my nightmare.
and then people are filling it to, and
Yes.
it's don't do it.
It's
It's not for everybody.
no,
Whereas a side part maybe.
it is.
We're hypocrites.
It shall be.
We're being told that our senior digital producer weighing in, I want the cute curtain bangs, but I can't have it without a center part, and I can't do a center part.
Mm,
That's fair. That's,
that's fair. Yeah.
but
Boo
okay,
hoo.
hear me out. If you've got a curtain bang, it's not really the center part that is like the focus, right?
No, it's
It's the
yeah,
curtain
it's
bang.
the curtain.
So you could
I think you could
maybe
do a side part with a curtain bang, kind of.
I
Just one curtain is longer than the
we should have our hairstylist friends
other.
weigh in about that one. But I think Madeline, I think let's revisit this. Maybe you could. Maybe you could get away
Maybe
with that.
you can. Maybe your dreams can come true.
Yeah, because I don't think I mean, it's just this. It's so severe when it's just anyway.
It so speaking of dreams coming
Yeah,
true in
yeah.
some
This
witchy
is you.
ways,
Hmm.
The Guardian says it sounds like witchcraft. Can light therapy really give you better skin, cleaner teeth, and stronger joints? And I say yes,
Yeah,
it for sure
it
can.
it can.
It's not witchcraft, it's just basic
Science.
logic. um, I love my Omnilux. You can sponsor the pod Omnilux mask that is
Mhm.
terrifying to most when they come upon me wearing said mask, but it works.
You've gifted me with a
I
mask, and it
did.
is still in its box. I'm so
Are you
intimidated by it.
fucking
No,
kidding me?
but this is my sign. I'm every time I look at
Are
it, I'm like,
you kidding me?
I'm so scared of what's going to happen, but
Well,
maybe
your
in a good
skin's
way.
gonna look good.
I was gonna
That's
say
gonna
that's what
happen.
I'm
So,
yes, yes. So now
I
it's
mean,
the witchcraft. It's time to give in to the sorcery. I'm ready to
it's
do it. I
time.
I was in denial. There was a clip that I saw of myself from this pod in which I looked a little worse for wear. So I I think Botox
It's
is
go
back in.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Put it in the
a
rotation,
haircut and
please.
then
Put it in.
omnilux.
Hmm.
And yes, we will gladly accept their sponsorship.
Indeed, we will.
I won't give a
So,
review until you get one.
yeah. So there, I gave mine for free. I actually think it's a really good gift for the holidays. So check it out,
I literally I cannot wait now. This is the sign.
please.
It's like smacking me in the
Please
face.
unwrap the
Yep.
damn
Yep.
mask.
Literally. And my kids pick it up and they're like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Don't touch." And now I'll
Don't
scare
touch
them.
it.
Can't
Yeah.
wait. Can't wait. Perfect for holiday memories.
Perfect. And they will be terrified when you put it on. So
Can't
you got
wait.
to preface it like, Dad's doing something a little crazy.
I mean,
Maybe you should have
post.
just busted it out post Halloween
Yeah.
and just put it.
Let's see. I
Okay.
think that there might be a
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll report
All
back.
right. This week, we're talking to Sabrina Porsche in our final episode of the three-part Bellamy series, Beautiful Extensions of You. Sabrina is a highly sought-after professional hairstylist known for her expertise in A-list celebrities, musicians, and influencers for major events, editorial, and brand campaigns. She has built a reputation for her ability to craft everything from sleek, polished styles to voluminous, textured looks. Make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions at volumeup@thetease.com.
Before we get there, let's talk Tease beauty news. So, look, we covered Vogue World above. We covered it
Uh-huh.
on the site too, damn it. But the hair, I mean, and there actually were quite a lot of looks, which was exciting. I think like that plus the Academy Museum Gala, like the week
Yeah,
before, like we're in a weird non-award season.
but still the looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the looks are that people are serving. So first up, we've got Ashanti Lation talks Lizzo's flirty Vogue World Bob. Uh, this is so catty of whoever wrote this.
Oh,
I'm
was it
quoting. Who
you?
knows? Who knows? We're still not sure what Vogue World is, and we won't look into it. But we do know that it brought out the stars on a Sunday night. One of them being Lizzo, and she looked amazing. Celebrity hairstylist Ashanti Lation gave Lizzo a modern bombshell bob that was full of body and movement, easily one of the night's best looks on or off the runway. Lation says the vibe was a flirty textured bob, and to style Lizzo's hair, she told the tease that she turned to Red by Kiss tools, which let her create body volume and just the right amount of bounce. Go to thetease.com to get the breakdown from Lation, including exactly the products that she used, which might surprise you. Yeah, this look, we just dogged
Your gal.
Sydney Sweeney above
I did, and it's
just
pretty.
a few
Yeah.
moments ago.
Mhm.
But this is what I want to see from a styled bob. So
Same.
I'm gonna say I'm okay with what we just did. Lizzo look great. What do you think about that? Stacking up the bobs.
Oh
Your
yeah.
thoughts?
I mean, Lizzo wins for sure. There's really no. I mean, they forgot to curl the back of Sydney's hair, so I think that
So
naturally a leg up, right?
yeah, yeah. So there's that. But yeah,
There's
check it
that.
out.
All right. My Salon Suite raises over 129,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. My Salon Suites, the nationwide network of turnkey salon suite studios designed to empower independent salon pros to provide beauty, health, and wellness services to their respective clients, has raised over 129,000 for its annual Sweet Relief fundraiser. That's cute. In benefit of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, exceeding its 2025 goal to raise 125,000 to support the organization. We love this. This is
Hmm.
amazing. For the consecutive year, the entire My Salon Suite network rallied together to support St. Jude's life-saving mission that provides quality care to children with life-threatening diseases. Through financial donations, My Salon Suite has been able to raise over 946,000 to date,
Huge.
impacting more than 8,000 families a year. I mean, this is like our industry taking its energy and vibrating it out into the world, right? I mean,
Hmm.
this is beautiful. What do you
I,
think?
I'm so proud of my
Yeah,
salon suite for doing this. I first of all, I love when there is a connection to something and that people
right.
continues to do stuff year over year because particularly in this industry, there's a lot of
Talk
people, yeah,
or yeah,
talking and
yeah.
lack of attention to, shiny new thing, and we go in that
Mhm.
direction. So all the respect that they have done this now
Same.
7 years consecutively, almost $1 million. And this
Mm,
is all being raised by individuals that are, renting salon suites.
right.
We love to see it. This is such a good thing. And I'm happy to share some positive news because It's not all bad.
No, it's not. We're a glass half full, Jeff.
Let's do that.
Fill your
Let's
glass
be about
up.
it. Yep.
Fill it.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much to our contributors and our editors for this week's beauty news. And don't forget to check out more stories like these over on thetease.com.
Now stay tuned for my interview with Sabrina. Sabrina Porsche is a highly sought-after professional hairstylist known for her expertise in creating flawless, red carpet-ready looks. Based in Los Angeles, she's been working with some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry, styling A-list celebs, musicians, and influencers for major events, editorials, and brand campaigns. With a passion for hair artistry that blends precision and creativity, Sabrina has built a reputation for her ability to craft everything from a sleek, polished style to voluminous, textured looks. Her work has been featured on high-profile red carpets, magazine covers, and fashion spreads, solidifying her status as a go-to stylist in Hollywood. All right, today we've got a good one. We always have good ones, but I think I can feel this energy. I feel it. We got all connected and hooked up. Sabrina, welcome to Volume Up by the Tease. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So we've got a lot to get into, and I want to start
Yes.
at the beginning. So talk to me about how you got into hair and what your education journey was like.
Okay, so I started doing hair as a little girl, like at 5. I think I did my very, very first cornrow, and I just knew that I had the knack for it. I also grew up with my aunts, my mom's sisters, doing hair. And so I started off like working in their beauty salons,
Oh,
acting as
wow.
their assistant, sweeping up the floors, washing hair. And then eventually I went to cosmetology school while I was in high school. So I was able to
Wow.
get that. Yeah, I was able to graduate. When I graduated high school, I graduated from cosmetology school at the same time. So I've been doing hair for about 20, almost 20, well, licensed for about 25 years now.
What? How is that possible? What in the world?
It's been
Um,
quite some time.
so I love that parallel path, and I wish more would do that. I don't know if you can do it in all states, but like you're just
Um,
ready to jump out of high school and you're like ready to go.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do hair. I loved it. So I was doing everyone's hair in junior high, high school. I was the prom hair girl for everyone.
Love
So it was
it.
great.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's just in your bones.
Yeah, it was in there.
So what were some of your earliest inspirations? Were they kind of your at-home dues that you were doing? Was it some of your first clients? Like what inspired you to kind of take the extra leap?
Well, originally it was my aunts. So working in a
Okay.
salon with my aunts, I learned so much. I remember like installing my first hair extension, I was just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
interested in it. I loved the way it made me feel. And then when I
Yeah.
started to work with people, like I originally started like braiding hair, my brothers, the way that they would like be so happy and the way they would like feel after. And my
Mm.
brother would give me so much love. Like we would fight all the time. And he loved when I did, when I did his hair. So I loved that feeling of like making someone happy. So that was like inspiring to me to want to like make people feel good about themselves.
And I love that too. My mom was a stylist and salon owner for 40 years. So you better believe
Oh,
I was
wow.
sweeping hair and folding towels for a quarter back
All
in the
that.
day. So I love that it's rooted in your family. That's so cool. So where did you start out? Did you go and work in your aunt's salon after you graduated? Talk me through that journey, your career.
Yeah, so originally I started, yeah, as like I think I started about maybe 12 working in my aunt's salon.
Okay.
And like you said, I was sweeping the floors, folding towels, washing heads, and I actually did not get paid for anything.
Oh.
I was just, but I knew that I wanted to do hair, and it was fun for me, and it was fun to keep me busy. It's like what other people may have been like going to dance class or something. I was
Yeah.
actually in the salon with my aunt, and so it was very. I just learned so much, and it was just so fun to like meet so many of her clients, and then I felt like I started to develop skills, and then she saw that I had it in me. And so she eventually, when I got a little bit older, of course, let me work on some of her clients. So it
Okay.
was really fun.
And then after
Yeah.
high school, how did you jump into the industry?
Well, after high school, it started out very slow. I thought I wanted
Okay.
to work in a salon, and I realized that the salon life just wasn't for me. But I did
Okay.
after high school, I started working in other salons, and I would assist at first.
Okay.
And then eventually I got to the point where I didn't like necessarily the salon environment that I was working at. Not saying that every salon is like that, But it was, sometimes you get a lot of drama with the salons, and
Yeah.
it didn't become a fun experience for me. So I stopped working in a salon and kind of stopped doing hair altogether. And I went into the corporate world and worked in
No
tech.
way. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. So you left that undying passion. And
Yes.
how did tech serve you?
Oh, it was great. I worked for Cisco Systems. I'm from the
Okay.
Bay Area, so I was in Silicon Valley. It was great. I made good money at such a young age, and I worked my way up and worked there for 7 years, and it was fun.
Wow. So how did you leave tech? And I mean, now you have such high profile clients. Talk to me about that journey. What was your decision to leave? And then how did you get where you are today?
Okay, it's kind of a long story, but I'll shorten it as much as
Okay.
possible. I um I was working in at Cisco Systems in San Jose, California. They were doing a massive layoff, and they were laying off my boss and my pretty much my whole team, but they weren't laying me off, which was
Hmm.
kind of interesting. And I knew that I wanted a change in my life, and I was like, I can't see myself doing this forever. I need something to
Okay.
change. And I always knew I loved hair, but I wasn't doing hair at all at the time, like at all, not even like as a side hustle. I just stopped doing it altogether.
Hmm.
So my friend was like, you know what? You should move to Los Angeles. Why not? You're losing your team, and you didn't want to
Yeah.
go work for who they were going to have you work for at Cisco. And I said, you know what? This is a good idea. So we thought to do a clothing store.
Huh.
So I moved to LA to do a clothing store with my best friend who already lived here. And then eventually, I realized that I wasn't good at sewing clothes. It just wasn't my
Okay.
passion.
Yeah.
But I started to work regular jobs here. I worked at an insurance company in LA, or actually in Pasadena, and I happened to meet this guy who was going to be on that season of America's Next Top Model, which was in 2025.
Okay.
And he told me that he needed a hairstylist. He's actually trans now, but at the time he was just kind of like, just kind of would do drag, but was a very beautiful person, would need his wigs done. And that's kind of what got me back into it. So
Huh.
I started doing hair on the side. I told him he was looking for a hairstylist, and I was like, well, I can do hair. I can lay a wig. Didn't think anything of it. I just was like, if you need me, I can do it. And he was like, yeah. And so eventually I went to do the photo shoot with him. The photographer loved me, and she invited me to do another photo shoot. And
Oh.
from that second photo shoot, I met the makeup artist and the wardrobe stylist on that shoot. And they were like, oh, we love your energy. You are really good. You need to start working in this industry more. Let's take you under our wing and we'll do a bunch of shoots. And that's kind of how it started for me.
Over the years, how do you feel like, I mean, you've had some different journeys, right? But how has your creative process really evolved now that you're working with such high profile clients as well?
Well, I didn't get the opportunity to assist in the industry, in this
Okay.
industry. So I realized it's two completely different things. And so what I did was, once I actually got with highlight artists and working with Jen Atkin, I
Yeah.
kind of would go to her assistants and ask them, like, I have really no idea what I'm doing. And they
Wow.
gave me a lot of pointers. And her assistants now, who are huge, Ira now, she's an amazing hairstylist. Amanda, she's amazing. They kind of took me under their wing when I first joined them and kind of gave me the tools to know what to do. And so I would ask
Okay.
Jen, like, she was like, you don't necessarily need to assist me, but I would go out and assist her just so I can get the education. Because I
Huh.
knew that it was different working on set or working with a celebrity client, just being in their presence. What do I do? Do I just stand there? Do I talk to them? Like, I didn't know what to do. So it's important to just want to educate yourself. And I feel like I'm kind of late at educating myself in this industry because I started so late. But I think it's really important to continue to just learn, because you never know, when it comes to working on set, what to expect. And I've learned a lot.
Yeah, that is interesting because sometimes, you hear students say, like, I don't want to go assist. I just want to go do my own thing. But it sounded like it was kind of a pivotal thing in your career to have that side by side wisdom.
I think it's very important to assist someone who knows this industry. If you go in blindly, you may not know, and you might
Hmm.
lose a lot of clients because you may not know, like, how to present yourself or
Sure.
the etiquette to be on set or
Yeah.
whatever. There's a lot of it's surprising to that there's a lot of things that you should know while being on set, and just how to be present on set.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk a little bit about hair extensions. And did
Yes.
you love my Bellamy hair extensions today? Are
They're
these approved,
gorgeous. Oh,
Sabrina?
these are
Thank you.
approved. Are mine approved? Do
No,
you like mine
they
better?
are. Yes, they're fantastic. um, Talk to me about how you got involved first with hair extensions and then with Bellamy.
Okay, first with hair extensions was from my aunt.
Okay.
I was obsessed with. I was probably like 14, and my mom would not let me wear extensions until I turned 16. And
Oh,
so I learned how to actually install them because my aunt like taught me her technique. And
okay.
this is before the eye-tips were around,
Yeah.
before the, you know, the little beads.
Uh-huh.
So my aunt would create these little balls, and I thought they were so cool. And I'm like, without having to braid someone's hair, someone had like very thin hair. That's how I
Wow.
learned my very first extension. She would like create these little balls, and she would apply the extension on there. And that
Huh.
was how I first learned. Before I learned how to do the braid and sew it onto the braid, I learned it that way.
Wow.
And so I was just obsessed. And then I learned how to do it. And then eventually I started to do it on myself. And I was like, that was all I wore. I loved extensions.
How
So
could you do them on yourself? That's a
I know
talent. Holy smokes.
I felt like I had to be my own walking billboard because if people
Okay.
saw my hair done, and I changed my hair once a week at the time. I was my
Okay.
own walking billboard. I had to like show
Dang.
people like, hey, I can do
Yeah.
hair.
You're
Get your
right.
hair done. I can do it.
Smart, smart.
Yeah. And then the way I got with Bellamy is with my amazing, amazing team. I have the most amazing team
Yeah.
over at Highlight Artists. Lauren Davies, she is the best brand manager. And I don't know what goes on in the background, but you know, she comes to me and she says, hey, such and such wants to work with you. This is what we're presenting. And when she told me that it was Bellamy, I was blown away because I've loved Bellamy for so many years. Um, and I know that they have like the best hair in the game. So I was so excited. I was like, it was an obvious yes. I was never going to say no. Whatever they wanted me to do, I would do because they're amazing. So I was so excited. I'm so grateful for my team.
That's
Very
great.
grateful. Yeah.
So we're talking about their Be Full of Yourself campaign over at Bellamy. What does being full of yourself mean to you personally?
Well, to me, I feel like to me that means it's okay to feel confident or to, you know,
Hmm.
some people are will say to you like you're very cocky. And I don't think that it should be that way. It's like, well, I'm feeling myself today because I feel like my hair looks really good. If
Yeah,
I have my hair done, my makeup done, I'm feeling like I'm looking good, I'm gonna be full of myself because I feel like I look good. You know what I mean? So I feel
right.
like it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
for
just
sure.
having that confidence, I feel like is what I feel like it means.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment. You know, it's that moment where your extensions come out and you accidentally get a glance of you in the mirror and you're like,
You're like,
oh,
ooh.
we're going to need those suckers back in.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on to protecting natural hair and building confidence with those extensions. What inspired your focus on using extensions as a tool for hair protection and growth? I think there's a lot of information to be shared on that topic.
Well, I think everything starts off with the foundation. So you want to make sure that you have a good foundation before you install any kind of extensions in your hair. But I feel like it just helps your hair. The reason why you would do a protective style is so that you want your hair to grow. You want your hair to be protected, especially having coarser hair.
Okay.
Sometimes it can get dry. It may not, especially if you don't want to necessarily put heat on your hair. Having those extensions can give you the versatility to do that. So that's what I love about the ability to use extensions, whether it's a wig or hair pieces, K-tips, they're all ways to kind of protect your hair if you use them in the correct way. They can just help your hair grow, help keep your natural hair texture in place. Like I said, if you don't want to put heat on your hair, you can always put heat on extensions.
Yeah.
It's just a way to make yourself be full of yourself by filling yourself so that you don't have to damage your natural hair texture.
Yeah, I love that. I hate the misconceptions out there about, oh, do extensions damage your hair? And it's like, no, my hair is the best it's ever been, my natural hair, because of that protection and the way that they're installed and the quality and all of those certain factors. Okay,
Yeah.
Sam's sitting in your chair and you're like, I think you need to go through a hair growth journey from a healthy hair. How do you start the conversations with clients about using extensions as part of that journey?
Well, first off, I would talk to you about your hair type,
Yeah.
your hair type specifically, because you can't just add any type of extensions into your hair, depending on what kind of hair you have. So if you have very fine hair, I'm not going to want to do a full head weave on you with it,
Yeah.
with sewing it in because your hair may not be able to handle that because it might be too fragile, right? So
Hmm.
I would start the conversation off by talking to you about your hair first, because some
Okay.
people don't know what kind of hair they have. They may not know they have low
Yeah.
porosity hair or little density hair or fine hair. You know what I mean? So you want to
Mhm.
make sure that you're having that conversation first. So once you decide once they understand it, then you can kind of determine, hey, I would suggest you do this type of extension over just doing sometimes what they want, because you want to make sure that you're protecting your hair. Because I think a lot of people will just go and do whatever the client wants without having that
Yeah.
conversation.
Oof.
And then sometimes their hair can fall out and people are trying to figure out, why is my hair falling out with these
Yeah.
extensions? Well, this type of extension may not be necessary for your hair.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
How has the brand, how has Bellamy helped you kind of in that process to explain to your clients that hair health journey?
Well, I feel like knowing what I love about Bellamy is, first of all, I took the Bellamy course. I learned
Mhm.
so much. I felt like
All
I wanted
right.
to take another one. So that was so exciting. And I just learned that I kind of learned like what I just told you,
Yeah.
understanding the hair texture and the hair
Yeah.
density. You want to make sure that if I'm going to be using K-tips on someone's hair, you want to make sure like that you're not using maybe the full hair tip, the K-tip, you can cut it in
Yeah.
half. You just
Yeah.
have to know and understand and bring that to your client and just make sure that they understand what they're getting, or
Yeah.
what the consequences are if you're using it in the wrong way. I'm sorry if that makes sense. So
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that does make sense. In what ways can extensions help embrace your client's natural texture rather than conceal it?
Okay, so embracing natural texture by doing a protective style for the most part. So,
Okay.
or if you're like, a lot of people, a lot of places will have textures that match your natural texture. So if you
Okay.
just want, say if you do have like a wavy hair texture, like a
Mhm.
3A or 2B or something like 2C or something like that, there are so many different types of hair textures that can blend with your hair texture. So you can just get some extensions that can blend well. Or even if you have like a 4C hair, like
Yeah.
I'm a 4A to 4B. There's so many different types of hair textures that you can just utilize to blend in with your natural hair. Now, if you're looking to completely take that out and not have your hair texture be involved at all,
Mhm.
that's what I love about extensions, is that you can use it as that protective style to just completely conceal and protect your natural texture.
I
So say
see.
if you're doing like a weave, like a full weave, or you don't want any of your hair out, you can do a complete sew in and you can have a completely different look.
Yeah.
Some people use wigs, but wigs are not my favorite, but there are wigs out there. But there are ways to do full head weaves and conceal your texture and keep your hair from breaking off. And it'll also preserve your actual hair texture. So you're not using heat tools on your hair constantly. So
Okay. Great. What about customizing those methods to suit the different patterns and textures, specifically with Bellamy products? How can you kind of mix and match and customize?
oh, well, the best thing about extensions is they're not your natural hair. So you
Yeah.
can do so much with them, right? So if you want to curl that hair texture to that hair to match your natural texture, you can do that. That's the fun part about extensions, is that you can manipulate them to do whatever you want. Literally, you can put them in an updo, you can make them curly, you can make them pin straight. I mean, that's what I love about extensions, is the fact that you can do so much and literally like give yourself a whole new look. If you want
Yeah.
your hair to be super long, drastic, or if you want it to be super short, there's so much that you can do. You can completely alter. You can change the hair color. I mean, extensions are so fun, and I want people to understand like that's the versatility in them. You can do so much with them. It's great.
I like that. What about an education strategy? So, okay, we've got our beautiful Bellamy extensions in. What is your top education strategy when it comes to client care between installs? AKA, what should they do in between installs?
So there's different things that you can do. So if you're kind of savvy and you understand how to take care of your hair, I would let my client know like this is what you need to do,
Okay.
depending on, because there's so many different types of extensions. You need to be savvy yourself and understanding. And when your client leaves out of your chair, you need to be able to let them know what it is that they need to do, because there's so many different types of hair textures. I'm sorry, hair extensions and installs out there, right? So if someone is wearing K-tips, for instance, I would let them know to wash their hair, just how to wash their hair, and maybe not putting
Okay.
too much oil at the base, because you don't want those K-tips
Mm,
to loosen. If they have a sew-in, for instance, there's a different way that you would do it and wash your hair, and I would have to let them know. And also, if they don't feel comfortable, they're not as savvy, come back to me and I will wash your hair. I will do that.
mm.
I will upkeep your hair. I would make sure, because we don't want, I just experienced a client. I didn't install her K-tips, but she did have a mat ball at the root of her hair. And I think that was
Shoot.
because she wasn't understanding. And so I kind of gave her my tools that I've learned and what to do, I said either you can go to your whoever did your hair and have her wash it, take that out, or you need to make sure that when you're washing your hair, you're doing it in a specific way. So you just have to be educated yourself to make sure that you can educate your clients on how to upkeep their hair in between washes and then when they are ready to wash as well.
Okay, give me a consult. I've got mine sewn
Mhm.
in. What is my care in between installs? I want
So
to make sure I'm
you have a
doing it
sew.
right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have an install a sew-in, right? So
Yes.
I would recommend you make sure that I would make sure that you brush it and you brush it all the way to the root so that you're not leaving out any hair that's at the root that can potentially cause like matting, right?
Okay.
And then when you're washing your hair, you want to make sure that you wash it and you're washing it down like this. You know, when you can take your hand,
Yep.
I wouldn't go like this and wash all my hair, right? Sorry, I'm sure you hear that.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're going to cause a lot of mattification at the root, right? So when you're
Okay.
washing your hair, you're taking it and you're kind of going like this and you're doing like that as you're bringing everything down so that
Okay.
you're what do you call it, combing your fingers through it so that you're getting all that product, whatever that buildup is out. So you want to make sure that you
Okay.
start at the root, and it's okay to start at the root because sometimes you get a lot of oil buildup in between also on the extensions. You just want
Okay.
to make sure that you're washing them to where they're thoroughly clean. And I like to tell people if you use a lot of products to use a clarifying shampoo just to
Okay.
make sure that that buildup, because sometimes a lot of product can get built up in your extensions. You want to make sure that you're getting all
Mm.
that product out. So starting from the root, working your way down.
Okay. And for our listeners, visually, what you were doing was basically, grabbing your extension in a handful, if you will, to the side
Yeah.
and running your fingers through it, kind of pushing that down versus any upward motion. So
Yeah. And
got it.
also, I don't know how to explain this, but you're rubbing your hands on your hair just to make sure that soap is getting through. You're gonna
Yeah.
make sure that you're scrubbing your scalp, working the suds into your scalp or whatever you're using. I'm not sure, some people do co-washes with conditioner, whatever you're using, you want to make sure that you get your scalp all the way to the roots. But if you're using K-tips, that might look a little bit different because you want to make sure that that oil isn't getting to the K-tips. It can loosen the K-tips and cause them to release and come out of your hair. So you just have to be careful how you're
Okay.
washing.
Love
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Every install
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah, it is totally. But I think I passed the test. I'm doing it right. So
I think
you
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 did. I
gut
think you did
checked
great.
me. They're so precious. I don't want to damage. Um,
Absolutely.
what about, has there been any stories where this extension install has like drastically boosted someone's confidence or like their cultural identity where you can name like, oh man, we nailed this one and they were just like on the moon.
Oh my God, I feel like all the time.
Okay.
Extensions give you an automatic confidence boost
Yes.
because, sometimes your regular hair is great, but that's our day-to-day look. Especially as soon as you put in extensions, I feel like it just immediately like makes you feel yourself. You just feel like sexier. You feel
Yeah.
like, you just feel yourself more. So I feel like I have so many, I guess, stories where I've done clients' hair and because it gives you such a completely different, drastic look, we can do so much with them. It just gives you confidence. It's like the best feeling for me to make my client feel that way. So
Same for
yeah, I
me
love
too.
that.
My friend texted me this morning. She's like, going to get my hair done, my move up. And I was like, dang, that's my favorite day of the, whatever quarter or whatever. So I'm with you.
Yeah, love that.
What about any myths that stylists and clients need to unlearn about extensions?
I feel like there are a couple of myths.
All
Um,
right.
with when it comes to, I wouldn't just say this, 'cause I know that Bellamy doesn't sell braiding hair, but when you do have braids in your hair, I wouldn't say that those are always good for your hair I wouldn't
Mm,
say braids are always good for your hair.
okay.
Like I said, you have to know your hair density. If you have very, very fine hair and you are getting braids and they're very long and you're losing braids, you're trying to figure out why when you think that it's a protective style, it's
Yeah.
most likely not working for you. So I would
Hmm.
recommend braids for every hair type.
Okay.
Um, Now, people are so scared to I think it's also adding too many sorry, another myth is adding too many extensions. Sometimes you can overdo it and it might look a certain way. Some people feel like, "Oh, I have too much hair, so I don't know how to add it." And I don't know anybody can add extensions.
I
It
see.
doesn't matter the density. Like I said, I think it's just understanding how and what works best for you.
Okay.
Extensions are made to be customized for you. And so, and that's the beauty of wearing extensions, whether you're wearing clip-ins or sew-in or I-tips, K-tips, whatever. Um, they're supposed to be meant for you to customize,
Okay.
or your stylist to customize.
Sure.
And another myth is to understand that um, wigs are also not for everybody. It's
Okay.
another
Yeah.
myth that I feel
Yeah.
like people think that wigs are for everybody. Wigs are not for everybody, and it's okay that they're not for everybody. I think that I'm one of those people who I do love wigs on the right people, but I don't feel like it's necessary for everyone to wear unless, I think that wigs could be something just for someone who really genuinely needs it and not just to, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I have a really weird relationship with wigs. I just
Okay.
like
I
the
feel it.
myth with them is
Yeah.
like not everybody should be wearing them, and it's okay to not have them in your possession.
Okay, so we're basically ixnay on the wigs. Okay, got it.
For some
Um,
people.
for some people, disclaimer.
Yeah.
You mentioned LME certification. How has that helped you grow your brand and your impact in the industry?
Oh, well, I didn't really know what I was. So the funny story about the K tips, I knew how to do I tips, and I had
Okay.
only done K tips once before I did the certification. And learning that was such a game changer. It's important to learn because I know so many people who have just started to do it because they saw it on YouTube or they probably
Mhm.
learned on their own. Education is so important. So
Yeah.
the first time I did the K tips on one of my clients, I was shocked because I thought I did a pretty good job, right? I was like, okay, this is great. When I went to the Bellamy certification class and learned how to do them properly, it was a
Mhm.
game changer for me. I learned how to actually put them on different hair textures and density, right? So
Okay.
someone that has fine hair with the amount that I can use, you can actually cut the extensions, cut them in half and use them as for a smaller portion. Or if they have thicker hair, or density, you can use them on someone with thicker hair. So you can customize the actual K-tip. I thought that that
Hmm.
was very impressive because I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
So there's so many things that there's so many ways and things that you can learn and just understand when it comes to just adding hair into your head. You just have to know I think, like I said, hair texture, density, porosity, what works best for you, what doesn't work best for you. It's important to know your hair.
It is.
Yeah.
So, how has Bellamy supported you if you've had questions or clarifications about products or install? What is the level of support you receive from the brand?
Oh, it's instant. If I don't go directly to my agent, I can contact Anissa. I do have her number, and she is very quick. I needed hair once, and she was on it. She got it to me very, very quickly, and I was so impressed. And I don't
Okay.
necessarily need hair too much because I do have a lot of hair. I have a whole closet of hair, but I needed a specific type of hair. And it was so fast and she was able to get it to me so quick. And I was like, it was amazing that the team is on it. Like, and then also I met everyone on the team. I think I met pretty much the whole team. I think I want to say that lives in LA at the event that they had. And everyone was just so sweet to me. They all wanted me to be able to reach out at any time. And the fact that they were so personal made things so much easier for me to want to reach out
Yeah.
directly. So
Yeah,
great
and
team.
I see that as a consistent theme when I'm out and about talking about the industry is that the support that the brand offers and how fast they are at
So
turning around.
fast.
Yeah, which is impressive and important, because something could change and you don't have
Yeah.
days or weeks to wait. So
Yeah.
impressive.
Communication is so important and they're great.
What is one situation or experience you've had where extensions have just literally transformed your client's life?
Okay, so when I remember I told you that I worked in tech, a friend who worked at Cisco who has alopecia, and she told her sister and her parents that I used to make wigs back in the day. I actually used
Okay.
to make them, and I didn't do the one like the full mesh cap, but I would actually sew wigs onto a unit and actually create
Oh,
a complete style, right? So
cool.
I started making her wigs because she needed a wig and she had never had a wig before. So I literally from scratch, I kind of like would take her with me so she can see the whole process.
Oh, cool.
And her parents would come down to LA and I had just moved to LA at the time and they would sit with me and I would make the wig just so they can see
Aw.
and I would make it specifically for her head. And it was that probably
Yeah.
was the best feeling for me because She was so sweet, and she just wanted to look her best.
Oh,
She
that
lost
is.
all her hair.
Oh,
Yeah. It was devastating for her.
I mean,
And she
it
was so young.
totally, yeah, changed her life and her parents too. I mean, just giving her that confidence, right?
Yeah, it was so sweet to just see her face light up when she
Yeah.
put the wig on and she felt like some normalcy in her life again. The most inspiring story. Yeah.
I love that. Thanks for sharing that. All right. A little bit of red carpet styling. How do you prepare for high pressure, high visibility events like award shows?
Okay, so it's important to prep
Okay.
and know what your clients are doing, right? So you typically would work with your makeup artist and wardrobe stylist if you know what you're going to be doing. We like to come up with the look beforehand, right? So
Yeah.
from beginning to the end, the dress, the makeup, and the hair. So for me, if I'm working and I know what we're doing, and whoever I'm working with wants extensions, well, I need to make sure that I'm prepping those extensions so that it can minimize time for getting ready. And I'm not taking forever trying to prep extensions when I get there. I can have everything prepped. It's important.
Yeah.
So say someone wants something very curly, I'm putting those extensions the night before just to make sure, and then
Oh,
preserving them to when I get to their house. And prepping is the most important thing for red
okay.
carpets. Understanding what the look is and communicating with the team. So it's all cohesive and in sync, if that makes
Got
sense.
it.
Because
Yeah.
obviously a red carpet is major. So
Yeah. No time for
no time.
a mess up, right? No
Yeah,
time.
'cause if you
We're on the
mess it
clock.
up, then yeah, we're on the clock. Like you have to make sure.
Yeah.
So the prep, I think, is the most important, and communication with the team so that you know what the look is going to be, once it all comes together. So
Great. What about the
mhm.
balance between you've got a client who has a personal style and then they have an image for a public appearance? How do you balance that?
Well, it's all about communication with your client,
Okay.
right? Because some people do have everyday style that they're used to going to, but they want to look elevated. And that's my job, is to bring the creativity to their look, right? So it's my job to come up with styles or help them, like we
Yeah.
collaborate together. And I think that's the biggest part of bringing an elevated look for them. If they're used to just being kind of like chill every day, they don't really know what they're doing. They're just wearing their hair. They get out of the shower and they just wear their hair like normal, maybe very minimal makeup. It's my job to elevate their look
Yeah.
to, whether it's a red carpet or just a day to day. It's important for me to make sure that their look is what they want, or just like what they typically do, but more elevated, more
Okay.
curls, maybe adding a little bit of extensions just to make sure that they have that fullness, just a nice little curl, whatever they're asking for, or whatever we can come and bring to make them feel better and confident about themselves is like what's the most important thing. So
Got it.
elevation, it's all about
Elevation. I
that.
love that. And being full of yourself. I mean, you want them to be full of themselves, right? So
That's the whole point.
that's the whole point. Okay, we get to the red carpet event and there are extreme weather conditions.
Mm.
There's rain and wind. How do you approach hairstyles when it comes to that? You got any secret tips?
Well, I mean, that's a tough question because sometimes you can't, it depends, like sometimes, a lot of times we may not know what the setup is where they're going,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they may not know. So that's a tough question. But if we know, like today, for instance, I'm not sure if you're in Los Angeles, but it's pouring rain today. And
Okay.
we know that they're going to be on a red carpet, possibly outside, hoping that there's going to be a tarp over their
Yeah.
head and they don't have to worry about, you want to make sure that you're just using the right product. So, or if it's hot outside and it's in, maybe we're in a humid setting, you want to make sure that the base of your products is everything. So you want to
Okay.
make sure that you're using something that's going to help their hair not frizz up, right? If it's outside and it's raining, you want to make sure that maybe you're doing something that's not going to fall flat if their hair does
Mm,
happen to get wet. So it's all about, like I said, communication,
okay.
prep, and understanding what everything goes into a red carpet or a look for, it's all about the weather, the team, putting everything together.
Yeah.
So if you know what the weather is, and I probably wouldn't ask someone or tell someone, you should wear your hair down today. I probably would recommend maybe a cute updo might be
Yeah.
good. Something that's easy that once it gets wet, it might be cute. Or if you have natural textured waves or curly hair, the rain may not be too bad for that look. So it all
Yeah.
depends on what what the weather is. I guess you just have to be careful. But it's also like just knowing what works best for your client, knowing how
Yeah.
their hair is. It all kind of, there's so many ways to answer that question, but knowing your client, knowing hair in general, knowing different hair types, what to use to maybe work with the weather. It's just really important.
Awesome. So you know hair and you know trends. How do you stay ahead of the trends? How do you set the
Well,
trends?
staying ahead of the trends and setting trends, it's tough, I feel like, because they change
I
so
know.
much. Trends are kind of tough, but I think just staying ahead of it is like I'm constantly looking up styles because I love hair so much. I
Mm.
am usually like Laura knows this, I'm on my mannequin doll heads and I'm learning whatever I'm seeing that's
Oh,
new.
wow.
I feel like things typically come back.
Yeah.
Like styles always come back around, right? So the little twisties with the little hair things are starting to come back. I thought that was kind of cute, Like people are starting to do like the cornrows in the front and like hair like curly in
Love.
the back.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
remember
that
doing
look.
that
Yeah.
me too. And I used to do that hairstyle all the time when I was like in high school. So, I mean, the good thing is I feel like I've been in this industry so long that I've learned how to do so many different things. I think just like if you're going to be learning trends or wanting to know trends, just know how to like style hair in general is what's important. So, and also creating different things. Like I try to create different things and elevated looks. And I feel like the last thing that I did that was like a really cool creative look that people I felt like I've seen do after is the baby hairs, the cool like baby
Oh,
hairs all over
yeah.
the face.
Love.
And it's so fun to do. And like that's like the best part of being a creative is like
Hmm.
doing something that people want to try themselves. And that's how it is for me. I don't mind like if I see something that I want to try, I'm going to try it and I'm going to utilize it on my mannequin doll head or something. So
I like that. That's
it's
great.
so fun.
All right, now we're going to round this out. And we got a little something we call the tease quick takes. I'm going to fire a question at you. Are you
Okay.
ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
What
think
is
so.
what is the craziest styling request you've ever received from a celeb or client?
Craziest styling request. Hmm, that's a good one. I think maybe at a editorial shoot,
Oh.
doing like
Hmm.
oh, actually, I take that back. I used to do work on a team, and they would want us to do braids, and
Okay.
they wanted like these crazy like individual braids, and they wanted me to be done in 2 hours.
Hmm.
So the important thing is something like that typically takes about 6 to 8 hours, depending on you.
Wow.
Some people are
Yeah.
very, very fast, not me.
Mhm. Okay.
So I have to be able to think quickly on my feet. What can I do that can be something similar,
Yeah.
but something that's going to happen within 2 hours? So I have to be quick on my feet. So I'm going to give them an idea of maybe we can do this, give them another style, give them another something else that would look just as good that's very similar, right? So maybe
Yeah.
cornrows or maybe a few braids here, but then some of the hair up because I'm not going to be able to get a full individual
Yeah.
look, individual braid look in 2 hours. So we're going to have to figure out what we could do, right? So what am I fast? I have to utilize an assistant or something. So you just have to be very quick on your feet and knowing what to do.
Love it. What is your go-to song, playlist, or podcast that you listen to when you're working?
Okay, well, I'm kind of old school. I love
Ooh,
90s R&B and
wow.
hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, and early 2000s. So that's I'm
Yes.
I'm listening to some old school music
I like that.
or like
I
throwbacks.
I'm like, I was a 90s girl, and I'm like, I hate that that's throwback and it's all coming like
It's
the
so sad. Isn't
nostalgia's
it
back.
sad?
Like,
Oh, it's so sad.
yeah.
It's so
I'm not
sad that
really
it's called
ready,
throwbacks.
really
Me
ready
either.
for that.
But old school or throwback, yeah.
Okay, bucket list item that you most want to check off in the next 6 months.
Bucket list item. Ooh, to
Yeah.
go to Tokyo.
Oh, it's
Yeah, and maybe to
fantastic.
film another commercial. I would love
Oh,
that. Yeah.
all right. If you've listened to the podcast, I'm in my manifestation era, so I'm just gonna put
Okay.
that out there for you. It's gonna
Yes.
happen.
Yes. I love
Okay,
that.
what is the current social media trend that you just don't understand?
Oh, okay. I feel like there's a lot. I'm not the TikTok. I'm still trying to get
Okay.
into a
Yep.
lot of the TikTok trend. I don't understand, and sometimes
Yeah.
I don't understand the diary. Just looking in the camera and telling all of your business. That's something that
Yeah.
I just cannot get into. I'm a very private person. I've always been a private person. I like my
Okay.
privacy,
Hmm.
and it's just so funny. And then One thing that I just can't get into also is dancing. Because I suck at dancing, I can't get into the dancing either. I think it's cute though, it's fun, and
Yeah.
I'll try some of the dances at home in the comfort of my own home where nobody can see me. But I can't get into actually filming myself and then posting it on social media. I can't get into it.
Yeah, same. And I feel like my memory recall is like pretty low. Like it would take a long time for me to get the whole dance down. So
Same. Like the little Chris Brown dance that they've been doing, it took me
yeah,
like 2 months to learn that.
I know. And then the trend is bye.
And it's already gone.
Oh
So funny.
man. Okay, last one. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Oh, unlimited supply of one thing. I would
Yeah.
say, okay, of one thing, I would say, oh, unlimited supply. I mean, money, but I would thinking
I
of
mean,
livelihood, right? So I would think of just as long as my well-being is taken care of.
oh,
So I would say, but an unlimited supply of something. So let me think. I would say food. I'm always
okay.
hungry.
Okay.
I
I think
love to
food is
eat.
good. We need
Food
some
is
of that.
great. And probably, I would say, dry shampoo
Okay.
because my hair gets very, very oily. I know you said one thing, so I guess
No,
food
no,
would
I'll
be
give you two. I'll give you two.
okay. And then for me, I love dry shampoo. So
Okay.
probably dry shampoo if it comes to hair because we're talking hair.
Okay. Got it. Love it. Perfect. I love it. Well, that wraps us for now. Thank you. This was very fun. I love your energy. I
Thank
can see
you.
why they asked you back from that photo shoot the first time.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so
Oh,
much. And it's so
you're
nice to
welcome.
meet you.
You too. Thank you so much for being on the pod.
I was gonna say thank you for having me.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you guys.
All right, Jeff, this whole campaign, I mean, I was
Mhm.
obviously deeply connected to it, which I had so much fun doing, to be honest, has just been refreshing. I mean, it is an interesting thought to think about how much confidence your hair does give you. And I can
Mhm.
tell you, the longer mine is,
The more confident you're
the more
feeling.
confident she is.
It's been such a pleasure to get to know the highlight artists too, and
Totally.
how they are using Bellamy day in, day out. So yeah, no, this has been a really enjoyable little series.
All right. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Arbaje is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the videos and graphics for this episode.